So now you have delegated. You have understood where you need to delegate and what are the discrete steps or processes or tasks that you need to delegate, and you've delegated. But now the question becomes, how do I build accountability in my team now that I've delegated, especially when it comes to levels 1 to 3 of delegation? So to quote Bob Proctor, which is the American author and speaker and motivational coach, accountability is the glue that ties commitment to results. Accountability is about the team coming together to make personal commitments to move the business forward. And when it comes to execution of goals and tasks, you need to apply a cadence of accountability in your business, a set of deliberate and specific communication rhythms in your business. So meeting rhythms are exactly that. These meetings create specific time and space to hold teams and people accountable to the actions they committed to, and to move or shift a team or organization from one of leader or role-based accountability to that of peer accountability. So each meeting rhythm, as you can see here, has a different agenda and objective. Now, I'm sure when you look at this, you think that meetings are pointless. And, generally, because meetings are run very poorly in businesses, leaders think they're ineffective. And often they meet with their team quite sporadically. So I've heard leaders say things like, but I talk to my team the whole day. We don't actually need to meet regularly. So having a communication rhythm through meetings designed for a specific purpose is important, as communication is the number one challenge in any relationship. So I want to talk to you about potentially the most revolutionary meeting rhythm that there is, and it's something called the daily huddle. And I know that those that I work with that are on the call, like Dion and Ian and maybe even Dave, have heard us and have been briefed and have heard us talk about the daily huddle. And the daily huddle is about as I said, is perhaps the most revolutionary of the meeting rhythm, and it can have immediate and significant impact if it's implemented with discipline. It is perhaps the first meeting rhythm that a team should focus on getting instilled in the business, and it is critical to high growth companies. So the objective of the huddle is to move information around very fast within a team at any level. And it facilitates daily alignment and accountability, getting team members to check in daily on actions. And teams that would gather are functional teams, or any team at any level where fast communication and alignment would be beneficial. So it is done standing, even if done over Zoom, not sitting. It is a quick, high energy meeting. It focuses on succinct communication. Some teams like to throw a ball around to each other as they answer the questions, adding some energy to the meeting. It is a 5 to 15 minute short and sharp. It must start on time and it must end on time. You would go around the room and each team member would answer 3 questions. They would share some good news and key metrics that they achieved yesterday. This could be marketing information that a competitor is in trouble, or some fun news that someone famous came into the shop. And the next point is, so the first is the good news and the key metrics that they achieved next day. The next thing is, what is the number one priority for the day? And this should be specific and measurable. So today I need to close 3 outstanding orders to the value of 3 million Rand. And the third point of discussion is, where are you stuck? So this allows you and everyone on the team to find out where people are battling. And it doesn't mean that you would solve their problem, but if there are any problems that cause a bottleneck, you may need to step in. So typically, if someone is stuck and you believe that they may need help, you will take it up with them after the meeting. So each team members gets to share these 3 points: the good news, the priority, the stuck, and the answers need to be short and crisp. So very quickly, the whole team knows who is working on what, when, and if help is needed by everyone. It must happen daily and with discipline. It is a compulsory meeting, not a voluntary meeting. And it can be useful to set it at an unusual time, such as 8:08 for 8 minutes. So I also want to share a case study here on meeting rhythms from one of our clients. So in 2015, the CEO of International Hotel School recognized the need for the executive team and the whole organization to be aligned and accountable to the growth plan they had developed. So by implementing annual and quarterly strategic planning sessions, the business was able to create the alignment that it sought. So to quote Mike Lambert, the CEO, the annual and quarterly strategic meeting rhythms became vital for the growth of our business. And since 2015, the business has grown to 4,500 students across 4 campuses, as well as having an online campus. They've also established a corporate hospitality training business with 20,000 students and acquired a creative media business with 2 campuses. So together, the 4 businesses now make up Invictus Education. So beyond their use of the annual and quarterly meetings to regularly plan, strategize, and track progress against their goals, Mike believes that the most valuable part of implementing meeting rhythms is the monthly and weekly meetings, as well as the daily huddles. So these meetings have helped the team to build deeper relationships with each other. The meetings are more than what is shared each day in the daily huddles. It is also about the human connection it enables between people. These sessions have created a relational bond, allowing people to be honest with each other without fear and creating a solid foundation for their quarterly reviews. This is important because the foundation of accountability is trust and commitment. So in just 4 years, Invictus's valuation grew times 10. And in April 2021, Invictus Education merged with Summit Education, a global Swiss-based education group specialized in hospitality management and the culinary arts. So I'm going to ask you to just do another reflection exercise, which is about which meeting rhythm could you implement in your business in the next week.